Well, get ready for a riveting experience. What else would bring you the news, reviews, sports, and whichever way anyone decides to come at me today? It's the AM show. I'm Israelite. Do stay tuned in.
Hi, this is Lexus Bill, host of Drive Time on Joy 99.7 FM. Listen, you don't have to worry if you miss Drive Time or Personality Profile. It's going to be live on our podcast page. Just log on to www.myjoyonline.com/podcast. You can listen to Drive Time, Personality Profile, and any other of your favorite shows on Joy FM on that page. You don't have to miss a show at all. Joy 99.7 FM, radio for discerning listeners.
Good morning and welcome to the AM News here on the AM Show. In our very first story, Minister for Local Government and Rural Development, Dan Botwe, says the people of Seoul will get a district chief executive within 1 month. According to the minister, the district has been created in law. What is left is for the president to inaugurate it. As of now, not only do the people in the Seoul area not have a district, they are currently not represented in parliament. But speaking on our sister station, Asempa FM's Ekosi Singh, Dan Botwe assured residents in the area to be calm.
Fortunately for us, na a kajuma na ye first regional reorganizations near no more, and so also be because of the peculiar nature of omo area, and they are quite far so a mama be one unit. Omo back catch and penny nanado than Kufado, then they say omo bepe said that should be on district. It was led by Nananum and a very high statesman that Obeda Samwa say Obopesa and Joman Penny Eshobo Sampa processing area of a Momo district.
First, we have to condemn all those behind such violence and disturbances. It's clearly illegal, and the police should crack the whip on those involved. Who do such people think they are? The party doesn't endorse their actions at all. That's not how we in the MPP behave.
All the traditional chiefs, almost four key traditional areas, Santugofi, Apafu, Lipe, and Alulubi. Yes. Tienina, you could see a Lipe. And Mana, or Mepedia to the created district, Lipe Mate, and a district capital. Tienina could see our. Okay. And any painful in Kasai say, I do the inauguration. So, Omokoche say, Assembly Daya. Omumia baako omo baako so ni dan wasi akwade be ni fie no or the amase ni fanya assembly nti nyina ekọ hwe ho nyina. After that there will be other offices, other departments. Yes. And the concept of during the regional creation, I can say many of the departments may not necessarily center the regional capital. But maybe so it be a Department of Education, Director Beko Ibia example. It be an agrek Bekoha, it be an health Bekoha say. In a omina so interesting nomina press how to host the way no be actually infrastructure omomano. And we are not can offer on buildings, say, Mopa officer, Mumfa, Webetown. And you buy we a queer summit in the year. I mean, I'm a dear Nimokoyano. Yes, I didn't pay free Nana to our office. Because on the be pursue workers.
We must establish, though, that these cases have been isolated. If 40 or so people mass up, it doesn't mean they are representing the whole district. And all the people behind such violence must be found out and dealt with.
Maybe here repairs 1 or 2 be maybe here say now my report about is I hope one will say Bakaku Sedgeman Ketekete Wuhina you repair near Koyeno. It's no dear. Young fan said it is done. It's a question of Sanema winning. Yes.
Meanwhile, the Coalition of Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executive Aspirants has called for calm and restraint among party faithfuls over the nomination of local assembly heads. The group say that the interest of Ghana must be put above all individual and group interests, especially at a time the appointments have been delayed unduly. At a press briefing in Kumasi, the group also appealed to assembly members to fast-track the approval of the president's nominees to promote local development. Ohiminteria has more in the following report.
This is live.
Pockets of violence have characterized the announcement of the president's nominees for metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives In some parts of the country, the failed aspirants, including some incumbents who lost in their renomination bid, want the violence to stop. They say such developments tend to make the new Patriotic Party and President Akufo-Addo unpopular.
We have a goal to achieve.
Whilst appealing for calm, the coalition of MMDC aspirants, Commerce, wants national interest put above all individual and group interests. The group is also promising support for successful nominees. Obrempong Frimpong Emmanuel is the national president.
The Local Government Act 2016, Act 936, Section 20, Subsection 1, mandates the sitting president to appoint a district chief executive who will be approved by 2/3 majority of the members of the district assembly present and voting. In fulfillment of this constitutional provision, His Excellency, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, has appointed MMDCs to various assemblies all over the 16 regions of Ghana. Many party faithfuls also showed interest and sought to be appointed by the President as MMDCs. All over the country, we have party people like chairman, secretary, organizers, and other key party personalities who were interested to catch the president's eye. However, it is quite obvious that the president can only appoint one person for this position. We are therefore calling on all our brothers and sisters all over the 16 regions of Ghana to exercise restraint and respect the appointments made by the president and accept it in good faith.
Meanwhile, members of the group want assembly members to speedily approve the president's nominees. They say any further delay could affect the development at the local level.
We are also appealing to our honorable members of the various assemblies to put the interests of Ghana at first and endorse the president's appointees to avoid any unnecessary delay in the local government administration. Appointees are also advised to be humble and work very assiduously to complement the president's faith reposed in them. The good people of Ghana believe we are the very party that can take a dear nation to the land of promise. 8-year rule of former President Kufuor and the first-term achievement of his Nana Addo Dankwa is a solid proof to this fact. Therefore, the mantra breaking the 8 couldn't have come at a better time than this. It will take hard work, unity, and sacrifice to achieve.
From Kumasi, for JoyNews, Oyeminteria reporting.
The MasterCard Foundation Scholars Program at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology has launched its annual week-long skills training program to train scholars in various entrepreneurial disciplines. The training program is to expose scholars to soft skills, which will stimulate their entrepreneurial potential to benefit their communities. There's more in the following report.
The MasterCard Foundation Scholars Program, since its inception in 2014, has been organizing summer camp training programs for its scholars to equip them with skills to stand out in the corporate world. Programs manager for the MasterCard Foundation Program, Efiampo Mewua, indicated the training program would help equip scholars with entrepreneurial and leadership skills to become transformative leaders.
Our aim here is to train students in various skills training, ranging from Adobe Photoshop to wig making, bead making, macrame, liquid soap making, just so that they also have some skills that they would use after they are done with school. We don't want students just to graduate with a degree, but we want them to have practical, hands-on experiences and skills that they can teach others, which would also help them to start their own small businesses.
CEO of CEQA Foods and Beverages Ghana, Christian Boacheyadom, popularly known as Pizza Man and Chicken Man, was guest speaker at the launch of the summer camp. He urged scholars to start their own enterprises if they can and learn to combine entrepreneurship with academics.
Should I say I'm a living example of the topic I'm going to talk about, because I started entrepreneurship while I was in school. And although it had a little effect on my academics, but then there are still ways that you can combine both and then do them effectively without you having any issues with one going down or the other. So.
The scholars will be exposed to diverse soft skills training, including satellite installation, beading, tie and dye and batik, screen printing, catering, soup making, among others. This year's summer camp is on the theme reinforcing scholars' entrepreneurial capacities. Meanwhile, lead and PI for the MasterCard Foundation program at KNUST, Professor Kofio Sudeku, said priority is placed on applicants, persons with disability and displaced for the scholars program.
So ideally, you know what I want? The easiest for me as a manager is somebody perhaps who is disabled, who is a woman, who is international, you know what I mean, who probably is displaced. So that I can check that person 4 times. But otherwise, we are very, very strict in making sure that 70% are female. That one we don't compromise. We still don't get the numbers of the disabled and the displaced. And so we are working very, very hard on that so that we can meet the requirements.
Reporting for JoyNews, Kwesi Deborah.
And there was yet another thrilling tour on Joy Prime Explore as show host Koje Angson took viewers on a breathtaking trip across the Lake Volta in the brand new Volta River Authority's Dodi Princess II. Yes, the Volta River Authority has renovated and brought it back with a bang, with interesting surprises await. Do you know the relationship former President Rawlings had with the Dodi Island? We'll find out from the excerpts of The Voyage aired on Joy Prime.
Well, the Volta Hotel has recently awakened a giant from the dead. The Dodi Princess was the jewel of the Volta Lake. The only cruise ship in Ghana sailed millions of passengers across the serene waters of the Volta Lake over a 30-year period until it mysteriously burned to a cinder in 2013. Today, though, that magical experience has been lovingly recreated on the Dodi Princess II. It's certainly no mean feat keeping a massive vessel like this afloat.
So for us, it's about the experience and not just about the cruising. So it's the experience that we are selling out, the experience that we are marketing. The experience is water-centered. The experience is domestic tourism. The experience is adventure. The experience is the thrills that you come here and feel. Okay?
Anybody going inside the water or falling off, or if you see anybody inside the water, you only see a head, a round ball, and maybe flicking a hand, calling for help. If you see that, please scream, man overboard, man overboard, man overboard.
The experience has been great. The scenery is fine. They have a section for kids where your kids will be entertained. Adults too can be also entertained upstairs with a high life band. So far we are having fun.
I notice he keeps pushing that
Pushing, yeah,
thing.
that is the steering.
That little knob, the black knob there, that's the steering for this entire vessel. They call it a joystick. Joystick, of course. Wow.
Captain. Yeah. Great shots. Thank you.
So this is our destination, Dodi Island. It's our destination. All right, so we have about 600 inhabitants on the island. They are basically ours, okay? Then they are also farmers and fishermen. This is a female. So the male died and the husband died and is left with the wife. So it's a widow. Oh, it's a widow. So, but then we'll try and get some more.
What is the history of Dodi Island?
So let me say he actually founded the island. He actually was the one who brought it back. So he moves from Accra out of all the stress and the noise making to the island to just come and settle down to release some stress. So you see some buildings on there which are basically round in nature. So that's where he comes to lodge and settle down and come down. When you go to the other side of the island, there's a place called the Rollers Bay. So like a small beach where he comes to do swimming. He loves to swim. He loves to also party on a boat and all that. He's very adventurous.
I promised you adventure, and this most certainly has been a wonderful adventure. Right here from the middle of the Volta Lake, we now embark on what will become a regular trip out into the beauty of our nation, our sub-region, and the world as a whole. I am so excited that you and I are going to be exploring the beauties of this planet together. But there's no other place, no better place to begin than right here, where it all began, Kwame Nkrumah's jewel of Ghana, the Akosombo Dam and the Volta River. And our special thanks, of course, to everybody who has made this possible, including the wonderful people of the Dodi Princess. Thank you, and goodbye.
Well, that's it for the AM News, but the AM show continues with Israel Lai and myself. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, my name is Evans Mensah, and you can relive all the fun and excitement on Top Story, Newsnight, and of course, Ghana Connect via podcast. All you need to do is to log on to my Joy Online/podcast. Search for your favorite show and relive the moment. Joy 99.7 FM, your radio for discerning listeners.
Joy 99.7.
Okay. Well, hello there.
Yeah.
It's a little different on our sets today, isn't it?
It is.
We don't have
Because
our
we have all
usual
these,
instruments
in
and
the back.
stuff because we have a band.
Yeah. There's going to be a big
exciting
party
stuff.
today.
Yes, a big party. Is that why you're dressed like that? You're dressed like, I know. Yeah, okay, never
It's a
mind.
holiday.
Yeah, so you're coming to show us your moves and stuff.
Oh, no, I'm just taking it easy, just like you are also taking it.
I'm not taking it easy. I didn't come to play. You look like you came to play. But I do love the kaftan though, and happy holiday to you.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're still in bed. Our listeners, they're still in bed.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
watchers, chilling under the duvet and, probably half asleep, breakfast in bed. Sounds like a dream that we will never.
We're here to serve you.
Sounds like a dream will never happen.
That's what we're committed to do, so yeah.
Oh, yes, that's what we're committed to do.
Right,
So,
so we have the news. We have two news.
we don't have a lot of papers today,
Yeah.
just 3.
We have the Daily Graphic, the Ghanaian Times.
And the Daily Graphic. And as usual, Israel is always cheating me, so he has the Daily Graphic and the Ghanaian Times. This is what I have to deal with every day of my life.
You didn't listen to the intro I had this morning.
I heard something in person at the end. I was like, no, I didn't hear well, because I was the makeup. You said something like, if Enima decides to show up or something like that.
Whatever Enima decides to throw at you.
Oh, right, okay, well, all right. Oh, so you've braced yourself.
You started throwing.
Oh, Israel.
So yeah, I'm
That's
taking.
not fun now. I feel bad.
Okay, let's start with the Daily Graphic. And on the front page, let's capitalize on COVID-19 to achieve SDGs. President urges world leaders. And I'll get to that story in a bit. But then also on the front page, sustain sanitation campaign. Ogwa Manhene charges at Graphic Zoom Lion initiative. Right, so let's get into the stories. So but on page 5, we have Hotel Rwanda hero given 25 years sentence. And this is a story that has been going on for some time now. And it's about how the gentleman was picked up and sent back to Rwanda. I'll read a bit of the story. So Paul Rusebagina, a one-time hotel manager portrayed as a hero in a Hollywood film about the nation's 1994 genocide, has been found guilty or being part of a group responsible for terrorist attacks and sentenced to 25 years in prison by a Rwandan court. Rusesabagina boycotted yesterday's verdict after declaring he did not expect justice in a trial he called a sham. The case has had a high profile since Rusesabagina, 67, was arrested in August 2020 after what he described as a kidnapping from Dubai by Rwandan authorities. He was accused of supporting an armed wing of his opposition political platform, the Rwandan Movement for Democratic Change. The group had claimed some responsibility for attacks in 2018 and 2019 in the south of the country, in which 9 Rwandans died. Okay, there's more on that story. Police meant to answer for killing of human rights lawyer. This is a story coming from Nairobi, Kenya. Jihadist hacked to death Mozambican family, and African president in US for UN Assembly. Of course, President Akufo-Addo is one of those who's there. Putin's party wins election, opposition cries foul. Power cut delays Lebanon's cabinet session. US to lift travel ban on EU and UK. And moving on to other stories. On page 9, ECG acquires drones for operations. Ghana Library, Absa Bank launch e-learning project. And Bese Mancha installs new Abofu chief. The new chief who
please,
bears this.
Israel, please. Observers are asking that the ECG drones, no?
Yeah.
They are using it for what?
Okay. The ECG has acquired a drone technology for effective maintenance work on its lines. The drone technology is to help the company enhance its operational efficiency and also detect fault lines and attend to them on time.
Right.
Are the observers okay?
So it not necessarily affects Doomso.
If Doomso happens in your area, they can detect it a lot faster, apparently.
I see.
That's what the drone
Okay.
technology is supposed to do.
Ayo.
Gender mainstreaming policy guide launch. Pregnant teenagers at risk of health complications. That's a nurse saying that. But it's true. I mean, typically pregnant teenagers, because they are their bodies are not really ready.
Fully ready, yeah.
Yeah. To carry
babies.
Babies, yeah. They're likely to have. And then on page 13, Ghana celebrates Dr. Nkrumah today. And there's a photo of Nana Ajantua, General Secretary of the CPP. So today it's a statutory public holiday following the passage of the Public Holiday Amendment Bill into law in March 2019. There's a lot more on page 13 you can get to read. Prosecutors to amend charges against Owusu Bempa. I'll leave that story to you because it's in the Daily Guide, so you can get to review that. I'll move on to the other stories. And in the center spread, let's capitalize on COVID-19 to achieve SDGs. That's President urging world leaders. President Akufo-Addo has urged other world leaders to capitalize on opportunities created by the COVID-19 crisis to work towards achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goals. As the world strives to deal with the challenges posed by the pandemic, we have to turn the crisis into an opportunity and ramp up actions necessary to achieve the SDGs, he added. Okay, assess impact of science in nations' growth, Dr. Mafo, 11-member Minerals Development Board, Fund Board, inaugurated. And on the politics page, accept MMDC nominees in good faith, Babina Samoa saying that. And appoint more women into public office, PNC urges president. Police avert NDC MPP clash over toilet project. Are we still having these clashes?
Over these things?
Over toilet projects. So
yeah.
Disagreement over who has the mandate to construct a place of convenience led to a clash between supporters of the ruling New Patriotic Party and the opposition National Democratic Congress at Agona Kwenyako in the Agona East District in the Central Region last Friday. Members of both parties stormed the site earmarked for the construction of the projects and engaged in heated arguments about which of the two parties had the right to execute the project for the people when the NDC MP for the area, Mrs. Queensta Mame Pokuya Soya, was about to cut the sword for the project to begin.
Interesting.
Very, very, very. All right. User guide on corporate insolvency and restructuring act launched, and democracy in Ghana, Africa. That's an opinion piece on page 21. And then moving on, Huawei partners ministry to train female students in ICT. Government urges NLA to digitize all games. And Benyuado was firebrand of party. That's the NDC saying that. That story is on page 25. After game changer for Africa's transformation, Dr. Baumia is saying that. And then on education support, government to transform education, NACA boss urges stakeholders. We will complete projects to absorb fresh students, Deputy Education Minister. Osei Sibe heads NSS. So the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has appointed the former Metropolitan Chief Executive of Kumasi, Mr. Osei Sibe Entry, as the acting Executive Director of the National Service Scheme. Okay, so he was taking off from Kumasi and sent to NSS. And in sports, NSA boss tips Jackson to win gold at 2024 Olympics. Sinapiaba for 2021 World Golf Challenge. And then on the back page, solar panels for 30 chips compounds in Afram Plains. And Eche Amanfrom gets potable water. Okay, that will be it for the Daily Graphic.
Oh, okay. 6:47. Well done. Let's go to the front page of the Daily Guide. And there's an interesting picture of Nana in a cowboy hat. Apparently they're called Panama. Hang on a second. I think they're called Panama something. Something. Oh, yeah. Okay, so they're called a Panama hat. It's called a Panama hat. Otherwise called the cowboy hat. Anyway, and Nana is wearing one on the front page of the Daily Guide.
The front page of the Times, it's being handed over to him. So
I think that's the Texas, yeah. So interesting. Well, so by the time, never mind, I was going to say something really stupid. But anyway, they're handing over to him on the front of the Times, and by the time the Daily Guide was published, he was wearing it. So nice one there. He's obviously chilling from New York to Houston, and going for fundraisers.
But that photo of him in that Panama hat has been trending.
It has.
Trending for a while.
It has, and he has his pout, his lips, and this is why Auntie Becky looks at him and says, "My mind day for you." You know what I mean? Like, you be gangster, man, yeah, with the hat and. Okay, I'm going to move on now. Fresh charges for Owusu Bempah and his boys. Shraj petitioned to probe appointees' wealth and get tough on vandals, Dan Butchie to police. So with the Owusu Bempah situation, so that the charges that are going to be leveled against him, the new ones or the fresh ones or the whatever ones, have not actually been released yet.
Okay.
The prosecution has asked for a week to come back and say what those charges are. So that should be interesting. There was quite a bit of speculation about the fact that, he's been touted as the nation's prophet. Yeah. And so at some point, things were going to get murky. You know how things can get murky, then whoosh, then everything has gone away. We are watching you. We are really watching you. But anyway, that's it. Get tough on vandals. Dan Butchie to police. So irresponsible a conduct. That is an editorial. I'm wondering what the conduct is. Ish. Okay. So it's with the Ododo illegal demonstration in Accra. And the reactions from the law enforcers. So irresponsible a conduct. That's it. Okay, some international news. France threatens to block EU-Australia trade after submarine dispute. So Australia has struck a deal to buy UK and US submarine technology. There's a picture of a fast attack submarine, and it's in Joint Base Pearl Harbor, Hickam. So anyway, France is threatening to block EU-Australia trade talks. Macron asks Algerian war veterans for forgiveness. Oh. So France's President Emmanuel Macron has asked for forgiveness from the Harkis Algerians who fought for France during Algeria's War of Independence. Mr. Macron faced heckling from Harkis in the audience as he said France had failed in his duty to them. You know the greatest thing that I think Emmanuel Macron has done for the world?
What has he done?
Is to marry a woman who is way older than him. Yeah. It has allowed all the young boys in Ghana to be able to con big women and use the excuse of, but Macron's wife is like 30 years older than him. I mean, do you know
what was stopping them before?
I guess, you know, at first they used to lie about their ages to kind of be like, oh yeah, because like Charlie San Vim has to be inside, you know. But Macron is just like, he's like a blazing, shining light for, yeah. So, I mean, of all his achievements, perhaps that's the one that we will remember the most. So
I guess you have all these small boys coming up.
I refuse to answer the question. Lava destroys homes as volcano. Wow. Wow.
But yeah, I mean, they're coming at you.
No. Let's simmer.
Okay.
You just called me a grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay, Israel. You people, you see what I've been talking about. When I'm dealing with Israel, nobody should feel sorry for him. Oh. He just called me a grandmother. Is your grandmother this fine? Your grandmother.
Yeah.
Me, Botwe.
My grandmother is that fine.
Echo, come and take your grandfather from the studio before I get violent. And anyway, I'm continuing my stories. I will not be moved. Lava destroys, oh wow, he called me a grandmother. Lava destroys homes as volcano erupts in Canaries. Hotel Rwanda hero convicted on terror charges. All right, so that story about Nana wowing in a cowboy hat is on page 6 if you want the details. There's also a National Cathedral fundraising ceremony that's happening on the 23rd of September, a fundraising event for the National Cathedral. So anyways, Vice President Alhaji Dr. Baumia is president until next week, Monday, when El Presidente returns. So Shraj petition to, how much power does a vice president have when he's acting president? So for a week, does he have like the full power? Or
supposedly.
Supposedly, interesting.
But yeah, it doesn't happen. You must know your level.
You must know your level, indeed. Be like Shatawale.
Because if you take any decisions and the president is not happy with you,
he
will deal with you.
He will deal with you, yeah. So Shraj has been petitioned to probe appointees well. So some guy in Sunyane in the Bono region, Erica J, has filed a petition against Dominic Opon-Ajay, who, this is interesting. Erica J has filed a petition against Dominic Opon-Ajay.
Okay.
So they're both Ajays. I'm sure there's a lot more to this story. But anyway, and probably known as Kokonsa. Now, Eric is saying that, Charlie, the guy got into the Transport Directorate of the Jubilee House, in Monicam. So we for investigate. Because, and this is what's bored Eric, right? Them go some party being last week, where Dominic give 2 different guys $10,000 at the party. Just dash them. Don't you wish you were at the party? I wish I was at the party. And he's like, nah. Then Eric says, his checks have revealed that this same person has constructed an ultra-modern police station at Mile 7 for the good of the community. He was doing all of these at a time when presidential staffers allegedly had not been paid for the last 8 months. Therefore, as a good citizen of Ghana, he has petitioned Shraj that you for investigate the man. Shall I check like the 10,000? No, give you some so you bore. But it's a really good story. A really good point that is being made about unexplained wealth. You know, that suddenly pops up. You know what I mean?
Why? I mean, I'm curious why he's going after the person like that.
You what?
I'm wondering why he would want to go after the individual like that. I mean, the person is spending his money and then what?
Right. But Israel, it is a good point about how people just get very wealthy when they get into government.
Okay, so I go and buy breakfast from Kempinski and you're going to go to Shraj to investigate?
No, of course not, Israel. You've always bought breakfast from Kempinski. We would start to negotiate, ask questions if you suddenly got a government job and then you were flying your family to Dubai to eat breakfast on Saturday and coming back in the evening. Yeah, Bob. Okay. Yeah. Because $20,000 to dash as a party, the rate is 6.077 now. That is 26120. That's about 122,000 Ghana cedis or so to dash at a party.
But it could also be that it's not true.
We want that blessing too, yeah, I know, right? Anyway, apparently, you need to get ready.
Okay.
The military is here. They are coming to carry you away. So Major Harrison Dazi is coming to pick you up and take you away.
Where exactly do they want?
We don't know. We don't care. All we know is that you would be gone,
You want to
and
take
I will
you
have
to
my
Dubai?
kids. No, neither Greece. We want to take you to Greece. There's a story here that it's not really a major story, and it's not really a thing, but it's kind of a thing. So Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana elects Farm Donko as new president. And it's not necessarily major news, but it does make me miss my dad because he was president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana two times running. And the whole pharmacy fraternity, whose life have become very peaceful because he's not around to haunt you all anymore. We will raise no, like he was really a terrorist. He really used to terrorize them. Yeah, he did. Yeah, so good stuff there. Anyway, Bayfi invests in basic education. Samia Wuku has gone to Togo to cement lottery partnership. Wow, IZ, that's very interesting. Nisaka Brown begs TT for calling him a failure. Chris Rock tests positive for COVID-19. Shatawale, my man, thrills Teshi. Don't you like how I've used 10 minutes to do half the daily guide? I'm learning from you. You should be proud of me. Shatawale thrills Teshi fans. So Shatta, he had a concert. It was called Teshi with Day. It was on Saturday. You have go, you have not go. You have not do things like that. Okay, help more women to access financial services, take advantage of government initiatives. Just bear with me 1 second whilst I read my horoscope. I'll be right back.
But you have to read your horoscope
I'm just
on
kidding.
air.
Because I know it will frazzle you and be like, why are you reading your horoscope on air?
It's not like you're sharing with us anyway. You just read it.
It's my horoscope. Find your own horoscope. On the back page of the Daily Guide, Otto Addo is Ghana's deputy. Oh, hello, Otto. Borussia Dortmund assistant manager Otto Addo is expected to be named as the first assistant coach of the Black Stars. The former Black Stars winger, he's 46, and the newspaper makes him look a little good looking. I need to see him in person to confirm for y'all. So anyway, we'll do that. Kotoko coach talks tough. Kotoko has a new coach, Prosper, yeah. And somebody in a grade 7-member committee, the ink is somewhere, so I can't really see. Okay, I think I'm done.
Okay, so should I take the Ghanaian Times quickly? Or you're looking at some more stories?
No, that's it.
Okay, so the Ghanaian Times hits an implementation of SDGs, President Akufo-Addo to world leaders. That's on the front page. And then aftermath of nomination of MMDCs, police deploy personnel nationwide to curb disturbances. And the Times also has a story of police to amend charges against Reverend Osu Bempa and 4 others. And then the story,
Happy Memorial Day is on page 2.
Yeah. And then there's a story on page 3. Businessman allegedly defrauds company of 500,000 cedis.
Wowzers.
So there's a company that deals in petroleum products, and this gentleman, who's Henry Ni Palm Okumko, 38, he came forward and said he could buy the products from the company called Nugenics Company Limited. And so he got the products, but he failed to return the money to the company. So essentially, it was like a dealer. He took the products to sell to other companies, supply to other companies, but I didn't bring back the money. Kumasi resident goes to SC, Supreme Court, wants Chief Justice title deleted from writs. Okay, and then we go to page 5. Guinea refuses to allow deposed president to leave the country.
He's going where? He wants to go where?
Lake swallows homes in Burundi flood crisis. On page 6, lava destroys homes as volcano erupts in Canaries. Gunman kills 6 at Russian university. Okay, this used to happen in the US and it's now in Russia. France pulls out of UK defense talks amid row. And protect public purse with judicious use of resources. And Madame Cecilia Dapa speaking to the Ghana Water Company Limited board. And there's an opinion, or what is a feature on page 9, if Nkrumah had not died. It must be interesting. VIP donates 20,000 cedis for maintenance of Navrongo Basilica. VIP has been donating power.
He has. We have to keep track of his donations.
He should throw some away.
Right. No.
Why?
Because
what?
I don't know, but just know.
No, he's donating to people.
Are you a basilica? Donating for the upkeep of a basilica.
You have to be a basilica, but he could throw something at me and say, go to Greece, for instance.
Oh, they said our time is up. You've talked.
Oh. Okay, let me quickly go through the rest of it.
I've told him his time is up. He's still insisting on finishing the newspapers.
Yeah, just a few more.
Just a few more.
Yeah. Okay, government ready to set up National Cybersecurity Authority. That's the Communications Minister, Mrs. Osu Ekofo. Ghana joins Nigeria, Kenya to implement FIFA dashboard. In the center spread, we have the story of the police being deployed nationwide to curb disturbances. And then find innovative ways to generate funds to develop mining companies. Gina Paul saying that embrace digital agenda.
He's saying that to who? Is he not the man? Is he not the one who's supposed to find the innovative ways to generate funds?
Is speaking with board members of
the companies. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, please.
I think would end it. Let's take the back page. AfriWave Telecom provides potable water for a cheap amount from in 7-unit apartment at the Jura handed over to Ghana National Fire Service.
Please note the use of the word potable. So when water is drinkable, it's potable, not potable. Yeah. Potable water. It's not potable. You're not carrying it on your head. Okay. Potable. Anyway, happy birthday to Janet Adolfo Entry Bar, formerly of Customs. Happy birthday to you. It's from Ekosam and the entire Kaswa zone of the Nsawam Road Church of Christ. And we just want to take a minute to thank Ekosam's church for not sacking him from the church. It's a great service that you do to Jesus to keep him Okay, all right, we got to go. So sports is coming up, and of course, we have a fantastic show for you. Okay, happy birthday to Janet Adolfo Entry Bar, formerly of Customs. Happy birthday to you, Janet. It's from Ekosam and the entire Kaswa zone of the Nsawam Road Church of Christ. Should I thank the church again? Okay, maybe not.
I haven't met a show producer who likes shout-outs more than everyone.
Eko, are you listening? Grandpa is throwing shots at you.
He likes shout-outs too. If you had his way, we would do shout-outs from
the whole show. Do 5 shout-outs, play a song, 5 shout. We should do one. Actually, why don't we do one Friday and just do like a music for you type of thing? That could be nice.
Yeah, that could be nice.
Yeah, that day I'll just stay at home and watch you. I think that's what we
Really?
should do. Yes. Anyway, we're going for a quick break. When we come back, we bring you the sports.
Hi, this is Lexus Bill, host of Drive Time on Joy 99.7 FM. Listen, you don't have to worry if you miss Drive Time or Personality Profile. It's going to be live on our podcast page. Just log on to www.myjoyonline.com/podcast. You can listen to Drive Time, Personality Profile, and any other of your favorite shows on Joy FM on that page. You don't have to miss a show at all. Joy 99.7 FM, radio for discerning listeners.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to AM Sports with me, Oriko Wampofo. We do start off with the big story coming in from yesterday, and that has to do with Milovan Rajic's appointment as the next Black Stars coach. Now, this has been approved by stakeholders. Joy Sports understands the Serbian coach has reportedly agreed a 2-year deal with the Ghana Football Association, and we do have more details for you in this Joy Sports report.
The Ghana FA named a 3-member committee to hunt for a successor for CK Akono after the decision of the Executive Council to part company with the former Asante Kotoko head coach last week. Joy Sports reported Milo, as he is affectionately called, was leading the race for the second stint with the senior national team, having led the country to the final of the maiden edition of CHAN in 2009, 2010 AFCON in Angola, and the quarterfinals of the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, pending approval from the Executive Council and other stakeholders. Over the weekend, consultative meetings were held where Milo was approved to succeed Akono. We understand he will be introduced to the leadership of government before a formal announcement is made within the next 48 hours. As Joy Sports reported last week, the Serbian will sign a 2-year deal. As Joy Sports reported last week, the Serbian will sign a 2-year deal with a monthly salary of about $45,000.
From issues concerning the Black Stars, let's now head to the female side. That's the Black Queens, who bounced back from their 3-0 defeat against South Africa to beat Cameroon by 2-0 in their second match in the ongoing Aisha Buhari Cup in Lagos. Nigerian footballer Priscilla Adubia and Dan Kunedu were on the score sheet for the team.
Of a packed state, Ahmadu Ahijo Stadium in Yaoundé. That's when her side beat. This opportunity back coming, Priscilla! Real Bawu Holo.
And a wonderful run, just as she made earlier this time around. She bit
From Fallon, decoded there. Ghana takes back possession. A chance for Konadu to chase the ball. Konadu picks it up. No one is coming to assist her. Konadu goes at it alone, and here she comes, a steal. Konadu! From Konadu.
And of course a beautiful run she made there, beating the 3 defenders set up by Cameroon to stop her. She went around and took her position, picked her spot, and completely took out the goalkeeper, Gabriela Angebawo, who...
Well, definitely a lot of pressure off Mercy Tego, who's the head coach of the Black Queens. And after the game, this is what she had to say.
Coincidentally, both sides brought new and fresh legs into this game, trying to test the pulse and see how best everybody can fix her team. My team, for instance, like I told you the last time, South Africa being our sisters and real friends and whatever, they brought almost all the stars. And we all know Thembi Katlana, what she can do, and what she's doing, and what she will continue to do. I respect them so much because they have taken the women's football to a certain level that we all have to look at it and emulate. We are joking, believe you me, we are joking. We do this today, tomorrow we go and sleep. The next time when we are called, then we wake up and we think we will get there. When you sleep, others will wake up and do it for you to see. That's exactly what South Africa did to us. Aside of that, my full professionals that I rely on, most of them, like I said, are in season, so they could not come. You guys heard a lot of stories, but then we are in the soup, so I can tell you the truth. Most of them were busy and they could not come. The few that I had, blended with the local girls, have really proved that they can do it when they get the opportunity. And it's like all about psyche. I told them, if South Africa beat us, they are just like women as Ghanaians. So they should also tune their mind. What they were doing on the field, they could do it during Cameroon game. And that's exactly what they do.
To some more stories where former Ghana striker Felix Abuaje has urged Hearts of Oak to be wary of the threat of Wydad Casablanca in the preliminary round of the CAF Champions League. The Phobians defeated Guinean side Club Industrial de Kamsa to progress to the next stage of the competition. And Abuaje, who played for Egyptian giants Al Ahly and Zamalek, believes that Wydad would be a hard nut to crack.
Against Wydad Casablanca will be the text for Accra House of Oak. I think playing against a North African country has been always tricky and frustrating. Generally for the fact that you go and meet an opposition who plays like a European African style of play, which I think if you don't readjust to your strategy and formation, you're going to face stiff opposition going away. It's very, very unfortunate that we'll be playing home first. House of Oak will be playing home first, and second match will be in Wydad, Morocco, Casablanca, which I think.
You feel it's unfortunate that we'll be playing at home first. Why?
Because playing an away second leg has always been very tricky if you don't win convincingly at home. And looking at yesterday House of Oak, the first half was being a little bit jerky for them. Into Wydad, you cannot wait for the second half to be able to win 2-0 in that place, because the Arab clubs they come with more strategical plans and try to frustrate you when they are away. So it's up to the coach. Now that he has got an ample time to look at the team again, look at the shape and the formation of the team, and make sure that he adjusts to the system and formation and to counter the Wydad when they come across Sports Stadium. It's going to be a tricky, because I have been playing with El Ahly for quite a very long time, and I know the setup, the way when they come away, they try to set up defensively and they go on more counter attack and try to frustrate you and try to get good results here. Going back away, they try to win. So it will be a test for Boedu and Accra House of Oak.
Hearts of Oak would welcome Wydad here in Accra on October 17th before traveling to Morocco a week later. If they do win, they would make it to the group stages for the first time since 2006. And in golf, unstoppable Yao Dogbe and evergreen Cynthia Nantichi stole the show at this year's Cowbank Open Golf Championship. We do have more for you in the following report by Joy Sports' Asari Bediako.
A record 167 golfers dotted across the country competed in the 2021 edition of the Cowbank Open Golf Championship, which came off on the Achimota Golf Course over the weekend. Top golfers from elite clubs in the country participated in an 18-hole competition. At the end of an enthralling contest, it was unstoppable Yao Dogbe who emerged winner of the men's category after a gross score of 67. He shrugged off the challenge of Charles Dakwa and Daniel Asumeni to clinch the coveted trophy.
I feel so good. Yeah, I feel so not okay. I feel so good winning those trophies. I can't say it wasn't that difficult, though I wasn't playing with my opponent. I was playing with the course. When you come to golf, you don't have to play with your opponent. You have to challenge the golf course. So it wasn't that difficult to me today. I was going for my best, and I'm trying to do my best.
Yao Dogbe is pleased with his achievements. Cynthia Nantucci emerged overall winner of the women's category with a gross score of 83.
Oh, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to win Cowbank Open. I'm very happy because I'm their customer. So I'm happy to win Cowbank Open. I'm very happy because I'm surprised. I wasn't here to win, but it come by surprise. Yeah. I will return. I will return next year. I will be a winner next year.
Definitely some confidence there from Cynthia. Unfortunately, we didn't see that confidence at the Camp Nou as Barcelona scraped a draw at home on Monday to Granada in La Liga, with defender Ronaldo Araujo's last-minute header equalizing the match. Well, that's how we'll be wrapping up the sport here. My name is Orek Wampofo, and do enjoy your holidays.
Hello, I'm Dori Nando.
You can catch up with all the fun on the Cosmopolitan Mix and on all our shows via podcast. Just go to My Joy Online podcast and search for your favorite show and relive those moments all over again. Only on Joy 99.7 FM, radio for discerning listeners.
Super Hits Radio, Joy 99.7.
Good morning, Ghana. I go by the name Vanilla. Right here on the AM show, treating you some good music. Wherever you are, stay connected in spirit to us. Hey. Yeah.
Standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test, but holding on to faith you know best. Nothing can catch you by surprise. You got it figured out, and you're watching us now. Hey, and when it looked as if we can't win, you represent your arms and step in. And everything we need you supply. You in control, and now we know that you made a way. Sing with me wherever you are. When our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over. See you made a way, yeah. And now we're standing here only because you made a.
One more time.
You made a way. Sing with me. When our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over. See you made a way, and now we're standing here only because you made a way. And you move mountains, yeah. You cause walls to fall with your power, yes, Lord. You perform miracles, and there is nothing, that's impossible. And now we're standing here only because you made. I said we're standing here only because you.
One more time.
Hey, I tell you standing here only because you made a way. A way, yeah. You made a way. A way. You made a way. You made a way. You made a way. When what? When our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over. See you made a way. Now we're standing here.
Good morning, Ghana. I go by the name Vanilla. I hope you enjoyed this one. So far, if you are ready.
I am who I am because of you. If it had not, yeah, even go on and call me your very own. I'm grateful for your love, yeah, and grace.
Whoa, whoa, come and take it from the top of our band. From talk. Hey, hey. Whoa. Oh, na, 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 na. Yeah. I am who I am because of you. Faithful, oh yeah. You even go on and call me your very own. Say what? I'm grateful for your love and mercy and grace. You even go on and call me your very own. Oh God, there's no one else like you. I am who I am because of you. Hey, if it had not been for you, you even go on and call me your very own. Hey, I'm grateful for your love and mercy. You even go on and call me your very own. Hey, there's no one else but you. Sing with me. Bononi, yeah. Bononi, yeah. Bono. What? No one else but you. Sing with me. Bononi, yeah. Bononi, yeah. Bono. Bono. No one else but you. Because of you, yeah, gave out your life for me, yeah. You even go on and call me your very own. Hey, I'm grateful for your love and mercy and grace. On and call me your, yeah, 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 yeah. There's no one else but you. One more time, let's sing with me. Bononi, yeah. Hey, Bononi, yeah. Ah, Bono. No one else but you. Bononi, yeah. Bono. Bononi, yeah. Oh, Bono. No one else but. Let's do this side. Hey, Tacha Moko Benita Mobo. Bononi, yeah. Bononi, yeah. Chacha Moko Benita Mobo. Bononi, yeah. Bononi, yeah. One more time. Chacha Moko Benita Mobo. Bononi, yeah. Bononi, yeah. Hey, Chacha Moko Benita Mobo. Bononi, yeah. Bono. Chacha Moko Beni. Chacha Moko Benita Mobo. Bononi, yeah. Bononi, yeah. Chacha Moko Benita Mobo. Bononi, yeah. Bononi, yeah. Chacha Moko Benita Mobo. Bononi, yeah. Bononi, yeah. Bononi, yeah. Bononi, yeah. Bononi, yeah. Bono. No one else but you. Bononi, yeah. Bono. Bononi, yeah. Bono. No one else but you. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, it's still Vanilla. I'm here with the amazing Safa Band, treating you some good music this special holiday. Enjoy yourself wherever you are. Whoa, na 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 na. Whoa, 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 yeah. Say what? Jah shall wash away all the tears from my eyes. In times when the storm and the tides are raging high, we know we shall win. We know we'll survive. Yeah, yeah.
Jah shall wash away all the tears. Yeah. In this time of destruction, we must hold on firm. We've got to get along. Been over hurdles and over mountaintops. Forward on, we all are marching on. We say Jah shall wash away all the tears from my eyes. In times when the storm and the tides are raging high, we know we shall win, yeah, we know we'll survive, yeah, yeah. Jah shall wash away all the tears. We know we must win the fight, hey, when the devil try come and eat upon our flesh. We know that Jah, He is the best. Yeah. Over trials and tribulations, we say Jah shall wash away all the tears from my eyes. In times when the storm and the tides are raging high, we know we shall win. We know we'll survive. Yeah, yeah. Jah shall wash away all the tears. We keep on fighting and fighting. When the devil cry, come and eat upon our flesh. No matter what they do, no matter what they try, hey, I and I, we shall overcome. See Jah shall wash away all the tears from my eyes. In times when the storm and the tides are raging high, we know we shall win. We know we'll survive, yeah, yeah. Jah shall wash away all the tears. We know Jah shall wash away all the tears from my eyes. In times when the storms and the tides are raging high, we know we shall win. We know we'll survive, yeah, yeah. Jah shall wash away all the tears. Jah shall wash away all the tears from my eyes. In times when the storms and the tides are raging high, we know we shall win. We know we'll survive, yeah, yeah. Jah shall wash away all the tears. Hey. Tell me where we gonna run, go. They're making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run, go. When them say we have to pay for the oxygen we breathe. Answer me now, Mr. Big Man. You notice everybody want to go run, go up foreign for simple life. It's all we want to. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter. Say what? Simple life is all we want to. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter. Oh, no, if you hear me, please. This I want you song me and sing from the deep. Down in on me heart, tell me I feel like to weep. Only but thing like one where the people can't keep can. But they become you so to speak. What the way to make life is the same, you are making harder. After everybody mash up and there is no way to scatter. Tell me where we gonna run, go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run, go. When them say we have to pay for the oxygen we breathe. Answer me now, mister. You know, see, say everybody wants to go run, go out for it. Simple life. It's all we want to. Give me clothes, give me What? No for them sell out, oh them sell out. Be selfishness, we see them sell out. Ready life, speedy life, them tell a lie. The truth they will always try to hide. What? Call it spade and don't call it a dagger. Living big at the expense of a brother. You don't have no shame, you think you're rich, you're a robber. God never forsake them poor. Oh, call it spade and don't call it a dagger. Living big at the expense of a brother. You don't have no shame, you think you're rich, you're a robber. God never forsake them. Tell me where we gonna run, whoa. Our motherland, they beat that place to live. Tell me where we gonna run, whoa. When them say we have to pay for the oxygen. Yeah, answer me now, mister. You know she say everybody wants to go run, go a foreign. Simple life is all we want to live. Give me food, give me love, and give me shelter, yeah. Simple life, yeah. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter. Hey, this is that feel good music. Hey, one more time. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, sing with me. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. From the very first I placed my eyes on you, girl. My heart says follow through. And I know now that I'm way down on your line. But the waiting feel is fine. So don't treat me like a puppet on a string. Because I know how to do my thing. Don't talk to me, see if you think I'm done. I wanna know when you're gonna come. So tell me, say it. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I'm here, I'm still waiting there. Winter is here, and I'm still waiting there. Yeah. It's been 3 years and I'm knocking on your door, and I still can knock some more. Ooh girl, is it feasible? I wanna know now, so I can knock some more. In life I know there's lots of grief, but guess what? Your love is my relief. Tears in my eyes burn, tears in my eyes burn. While I'm waiting for my turn. Sing with me, say it. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. Hey, I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. 'Cause when summer is here, I'm still waiting there. Winter is here, and I'm still waiting there. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this one. It's been your boy Vanilla here with the Safwa Band. We'll pause for a quick intermission. We'll come back, serve you more music. Stay tuned, don't move.
All right, so thank you very much. And that was a great performance. I particularly liked Run Go by Stonebwoy. It's my all-time favorite. Wow. And certainly we have more tracks coming your way. Up next, we're bringing you Sefashi. He's coming to give us some spoken word. But do stay tuned. We have more of the band coming your way. It's the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Holiday. So we're going to have lots of fun, lots of music. Do stay tuned in. We're back in a bit.
Hello, my name is Nathaniel Atto. You can catch up with all the fun and inspiration on the Joy Sports link here on Joy 99.7 FM, together with all other shows over and over again. It's very simple. All you need to do is go to myjoyonline.com/podcast and relive all of those fun moments over and over again. Joy 99.7 FM, your radio for discerning listeners.
Joy 99.7.
And even on earth. When the imperialists and the colonialists thought they could swallow the whole African continent's blood and bones, by your stubbornness, show them their homes in Europe and they come back impossible. But until our souls experience your demise, everything has become so possible. Nkrumah, the old pages you left on our economic gauges are now growing under the lifespan of foreign aid. Our fingers are now under the crushing teeth, so they fear to drive them away. Our economy is hanging around crutches of debility, so there is no stability to say we are economically free forever. We are now negotiating with possibilities. Nkrumah, in the beauty of thoughts, I found myself in the wilderness, trying to imagine the length of our loss. Now, we now depend on foreign aid. We have no option than to follow their way. We have no opportunity than to choose from their options. Nkrumah, I have a little hope that gazes at me on my machete bed at night. If an African child should smile, then there is a hope that I shall soon report to you my next letter. I do not come here to wake you from your grave, but I come here to remind you of how the Ghana you left for us is progressing. I am the linguist who said from the palace of many lions. I'm a son of the soil, a poet of your time. You see, my mother told me that when you go into a house of an elder, you need to knock. And I presume that there are elders here. And so, I go. Whoever that is trying to walk into our dreams this morning should wait. Because we have a lot to tell, and not it's all about history. I am not here to tell you a story of my birth, but I am here to tell you a story that caused my birth. So you see this boy growing into a fully grown man? The same way when we bury seeds beneath this earth, they will grow best and fruit and save us by grace, even if they are carelessly embraced. Around here, you see the stones that the builders reject? They normally becomes an integral part of the building, and that is the story of my birth. This boy must be born to serve, in the voice of an old grandmother whose soul is gone to rest. Mama God, may your soul be at rest. Because the talisman on the waist of the pregnant woman could not birth her wonder boy, and that is me. So gatherings of men has to feast the night with chant, and strongly that is what they believe in. What at the person yaman chat the click way? You see where my umbilical cords were buried? It is a place of the jungle. even the skin of a cobra, change it to that of a zebra. You dare not say abracadabra. Nonetheless, those who whip our backs because we write on their walls with charcoals and crayons do us any harm. But rather, we have gathered these painful memories to carve words on our curls and parchment. So they say, we are writers of a generation. And I say, I am the linguist who served from the palace of many lions. I am a son of the soil, a poet of your time. Happy Founders Day. But they say, happy Nkrumah's Day. I'm Sefashi. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us as well. I mean, in the first place, what does your name mean?
Sefashi means God has opened his hands.
Oh, God has, is Ewe?
Yes, please.
God has opened his hands. Beautiful piece there, a mix of so many different things. I mean, you talk about Nkrumah and everything that he went through,
yes,
and you kind of relate that to the situation surrounding you and us as Ghanaians. What inspired this piece?
Oh, okay. I actually recount the story that I was told when I was given birth because, so this piece actually, I actually wrote it for my mother, so the copyright is for mother.
Okay.
Yes, because she told me the story, and in that regard, I have to, give her that. And so my birth and where I grew up from, my hometown and the culture and other things, elements in that environment, inspires me to write the poetry that, are more of emotions and other things.
And all the other things. But how do you feel about the impact that Nkrumah has had? Not on Ghana or on the world, but as on you, and as a poet, as a young man that's coming up.
Yes, Nkrumah's inspiration has been that of something that we cannot do away with, because in general, Nkrumah has, cut across Africa and even the world. He has projected that form of, integrity and also belongingness and Africanism. And so as a poet and as a young poet, I feel like I belong here. And that is the main reason why I normally insert some parts of my dialect into my poetry pieces, so that I don't feel that I'm that kind of, a foreign person or no. I need to feel that part of Africa in my pieces as well.
Okay, so you are, how did you decide to become a poet? Is it something you decided? Is it something that
Okay, it's actually not a decision. It's something from when I was young. I think I recited the first poetry when I was in P6. And so that came up. I recited people's poem from primary to JHS. SHS, I started to write my own poetry. And after SHS, I became my own writer and author of most of my pieces.
And so you wrote this one inspired by your mother?
Yes, please.
Or for your mother. Well, good morning, Sister Fashi's mom, if she's watching us this morning. Well, thank you so much. I mean, I'm sure we'll have you on a little later, maybe for another one.
Sure.
But thank you so much. That was really beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so that was Sefashi with his spoken word about Nkrumah and everything that Nkrumah means to him concerning the land of his birth and the story of his birth. And of course, Nkrumah means a lot to us as Ghanaians. And so it's always amazing when we're able to articulate the way that we feel about Nkrumah, especially on a day like today. Anyways, we're going to Takrade in a few minutes because, as you know, there's a demonstration happening this morning. So we will be on the ground. Well, there you go, bringing you all the sights and sounds and letting you know what's happening. We'll also be speaking to the convener of the demo and a lot more. Israel will be joining me just in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
In the position, 21st September, Amazon Live.
your money and flow. I gotta play you tonight, yeah.
Everybody was complaining about money. Everybody was complaining about anything because anything is wrong. So you want the government to fix the system for the country. But it belongs to us. We don't have any place to go. So you want the government to fix our own nation. The Ghana belongs to Ghanaians. It don't belong to any Ivorian country, any different country. So that's what this morning I'm here.
So what are your expectations this morning?
Well, my expectation is I want the government to fix the system. Only system. But now everything makes sense. I'm from Axim. I'm from Zima. I am a brother from Axim. So we came here to make the demonstration. We want people to come to join us.
I'm expecting the people to be out in their numbers to tell the leadership of this country, both past and present, that we are tired of substandard governance, that we are tired of governance that has no plan. We are tired of directionless leadership. We are tired of substandard leadership. We are tired of Amemwo Fon, Amemwo Kankai, for the past 30 years. That is what we are waiting for the youth of Western region to come and tell them. We are telling them that enough of the political pettiness, that the NDC will not continue the projects of MPP out of political pettiness. MPP will not continue the projects of NDC out of political pettiness. Takrady and Western region actually is where Ghana started from. If I say that, right from the time when the white man was coming down through Ayana Takrady Harbor from Liverpool, Takrady is the first place that got light, electricity in Ghana. So it cannot be that a region that we actually exploit oil from, this is the region. When I came here, you can see the level of hopelessness in the eyes of the youth in this region. The youth do not have jobs. The youth have nothing. They don't know where they are going. Education is nothing to write home about. Now there is a insecurity issues on the rise. We've sat here. 4 of our women were abducted last year. This year, there is another one that a pregnant woman has been held hostage, and the leadership of this country, they are pretending as if they've not heard anything. Now we are going to give a voice to the Takrady people, to the Western region people, to the Sekondi people, to the Inche, Asankragwa, Impoho, Wasa, Ekopo, Bodi, Abodi, Abuase. Omunyina, we are expecting them to be here in their numbers to register their displeasure.
All right, so there you see some sights and sounds from the Fix a Country demonstration currently on the way in the Western Region capital, Takoradi. And we're connecting straight to Takoradi again to get to speak with Yakubu Hadi, who's the Fighter General Economic Fighters League. Good morning to you, Yakubu. So I can see, or it's obvious to us, that the demonstration has started. And what are the issues at play here this morning?
Well, thank you very much, Israel. And good morning to all your viewers and listeners. What we have come here in Takoradi, what we have come here to Takoradi to do is a very historic endeavor, in the sense that today is the birthday of Kwame Nkrumah, who hailed from Western Region and became an international figure, the man of the millennium. Not because he campaigned for it, but because he stood up against injustice, he stood up against all manner of discrimination and unfair treatment. He stood up for the people, and the people had trust in him. Today, 21st September, is the birthday of Kwame Nkrumah, and we are here in Western Region to draw inspiration from this historic day to try to walk in the shoes of Kwame Nkrumah and make sure that the issues that bedevil Western Region, the issues that bedevil Ghana are brought to the light and echoed and articulated by the young people of Western Region in their own voices against, the sort of economic injustice that we have in this country, where majority of our natural resources are being exploited, largely not for the benefit of the people, but for the benefit of foreign multinational companies. And if you come to Western Region, the evidence is as clear as glass. Everything is apparent, on the face of it, that this is a region that gives the country oil, gives the country gold, and all manner of other natural resources. But if you look at the living conditions and the extent of development, there is nothing to show that such resources emanate from this region. So what we've come here to do is to bring these issues onto the front burner. The issues of high cost of living, the issues of bad roads, the issues of, and these are issues that have been recurring, as we continue to say. These are issues that have been recurring since 1992. For 30 years, we've had a pendulum swinging from NPP to NDC, and there has been little or no change in the living conditions of the people. We cannot continue to do the same thing and expect different results. And therefore, this is the beginning of the awakening of the people of this country. As we saw in Accra, now we are seeing in Western Region, other parts of the country will follow. And we will make sure that these issues will not die a death. We will make sure that we bring these issues to a point where the systemic changes that are needed to make this country work are brought to bear.
All right, so we're seeing quite a good turnout there. How are you mobilizing the people? How do you bring all these people together?
Well, we've been here in this region talking with the people and eating with them, sleeping, in their homes, and chatting with them about the issues that affect them. And it is clear that there is a lot of enchantment in the system. And one of the things that we continue to say is that the issues that we are bringing on board are issues that need attention to be addressed. The country needs fixing, and we must make sure that this country is fixed before it goes beyond the cliff. Once it gets there, there is no salvation. And therefore, the people of Western Region have seen what their region has become in terms of the extent of development, in terms of their living conditions, in terms of joblessness. And as they also tell us, NDC and MPP have collectively failed the people. Over 30 years, almost 30 years of so-called democracy. The democracy is always a lip service, and people cannot feel the democracy in their lives. It is a useless democracy that we need not we need not to approve of. It is a democracy that we need as a people to decide collectively, as a sovereign people of this country, that we need a change. And that change has started with Fix the Country, and it will not stop until the country is fixed.
Now, in your previous demonstration, the one that was held in Accra, you took a lot of pains to make sure that the COVID-19 protocols were followed. But we're looking at the footages and the videos coming out from the demonstration in Accra. It doesn't look like you're complying.
Sorry, Israel, can you come again?
I'm saying it doesn't look like you're complying with the COVID-19 protocols as you tried to do in Accra.
Well, Israel, we brought 500 nose masks here, distributed them. We have marshals on the ground whose duty it is to continue to remind demonstrators and protesters that the wearing of the mask is mandatory as per the protocols of COVID-19. And therefore, you can rest assured that everything is being done on the ground to make sure that the compliance with the COVID-19 protocols is top par.
What's been the level of cooperation from the police?
The police have been largely cooperative. We've had a number of meetings where they've attempted to change our course and our route, which we have refused, based on our rights, our fundamental human rights. But they are here also in their numbers, and we are cooperating to make sure this is done smoothly and without incident. I must say that the police are here, some armed with guns. I do not know why that is necessary. Some of these things send wrong signals. And if young people who are armless and do not have any sort of ill intent are embarking on a demonstration, I do not see why police will come here armed with all manner of guns. But be that as it may, we are not going to be intimidated by any of this, and we will continue to march until the country is fixed.
Now, one of the issues we have been pushing, Fix the Country movement has been pushing, is the review of the 1992 Constitution. And I know that you've been collecting some signatures. How far with that?
Yes, we have made the 1992 Constitution the cornerstone of the Fix the Country campaign, basically because every system falls and rises on its foundation. The 1992 Constitution is the foundation of the current system that we have. It is a system that pretends to provide equality before the law, but which in practice completely vitiates any sort of counterpower to ensure equality before the law. It is a document that pretends to offer economic justice and democracy to people, all Ghanaians, but in practice, inequality keeps increasing. The haves continue to have more, and the have-nots continue to have nothing. And therefore, in order to sustainably change and fix the country, we need to fix the foundation of the system, which is the 1992 Sakawa Constitution. And so we've been collecting signatures to pass a vote of no confidence on the Constitution. And once we've done that, we would have mobilized enough numbers to delegitimize the Constitution and call for a new Constitution, because nothing short of a new Constitution can better sustainably address the issues that this country is facing.
The question is, how far with the collection of signatures?
Yes, we've gone far. We are, as you know, we have various platforms, both online and offline. We've gathered tens of thousands of signatures already, and we are on our way to the 1 million mark. What is critical is that if you look at some of the comments that people give as their reasons for signing the petition, you will marvel at the knowledge that people have of the system in which they live, the system which continues to oppress them day in, day out. and the willingness and determination on their part to make sure that they crash this system so that they can get a breathing space in their lifetime.
All right, thank you very much, Yakubu Hadi, Fighter General of the Economic Fighters League. And as we spoke about, please ensure that the COVID-19 protocols are followed and complied with so that you all out there will stay safe. So we've been speaking with Yakubu Hadi, the Fighter General of the Economic Fighters League, and they are actually campaigning or protesting in Takoradi as we speak, where we'll keep on bringing you updates from that demonstration in the Western Region capital.
Yes, we will. So I'm really excited because we get to move on now back to the music and back to the poetry. Absolutely loving Vanilla and the Safwa band. So we're going to.
Are you going to be singing with them at some point?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Are you going to sing with me? Let's do it like a duet. You know the Andrea Bocelli and Celine Dion song that we love. I hate you, then I love you, then I love you, then I wish. If you'll sing that with me, I'll sing.
No, but you're the one who sings. You know,
Yeah, but you're the Israelite.
I speak.
So you can speak that. I hate you, then I love you, then I hate you, then I love you. Anyway, we'll see about that. But so much more coming up on the AM show this morning.
Jamiwe, I drink, and he is so quite I will my feel. Adobe by the pinia. We say, oh, beba the pinia. Sumi more, any sway, me eye. Sumi more. Family on your material man. Ding, bet on your material man. No, you will see Kanka, Metosika Coco, Papa Mananantum. One more Dianca, Bessie Diana, what them more. Afamawa, my hobby Brahma, one and some more. Mammy Atua, oh, and no Atua, oh, and you'll be on your man or woman a banquo, and you'll be on your man or woman a banquo. One in me, upon me who buy a mamma, Mammy, Billy, my own to four. Bible, did you buy me one? Say, Reverend Noah, Junior Mission, Reverend Noah, unto Grandma, Reverend Noah, Junior Mission, Reverend Noah. Ow, Mommy, would you know? Man, I will say, me too, so I'm sorry. You will see, Kaka, Meto Shay, I'm a what demo. One dear, Betsy, I'm a what demo. Afamawa, my one be Brahma, one assume, Jay, Papa, Esiama, one bugod. Oh, Eja, Esiama. And you'll be a no wood in the Susan Pabon in my bay. Wow, me, upon me who buy a mamma. But baby, my young to four. Tell me one in Bible. Did they be a me body say, say what, my baby, would you know? Me say would you know? Stop up, not so much what's it. Would you know? Oh boy, what boy, it's yes, what's ready? Nani, hey, other one on him, near me pair. And it's casa, money go be the man. Come and go, hey. One more time, hey. Obi Korean, so don't turn on me there. Obi Korean, so don't turn on. This shame it don't want you, mama. Tsunami to the game. So don't train me there. Obi Korean, so don't train my baby. You know you see what you want. Tsunami to the game. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Happy holiday, Ghana. pese me talk akitu bi che odo awon unu se edo yesu mbuma mi o if say then if he say obinzono let's take this back obinzono odo e wa mama ti asese ajima tum na kumemu mama mi ti wa ye me de it's a minute odo ye wu kasa no stretch me sink it ya dread him and they boom yo yana bibi I am yo and they boom yo Nadia me kota modonwa snini akwaje nwa eba ni saso ebe am yo let's go one more time Hey, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Israel. Most talented, I guess. Hey, one more time. Low. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been your boy Vanilla. I'm back by the beautiful Safa Band, and I'm here with my...
Thank you very much. And we're not done with you. We're still going to be getting a lot more from you. But I just want to have a quick chat with you.
Yes, sir.
So you guys are doing incredibly good because you're bringing us the music, even though it's a band. You're making it sound like it's like a recorded track, which is really good. And I believe that's the mark of a really good band because you should play it for those of us who are watching and enjoying it at home, to make it sound like, oh, this is like actually being mixed and mastered and engineered and all of that. So how are you able to do that? I see you have all these instruments and gadgets around. So how are you able to get the sound out so well?
First of all, big shouts to each and every player here. They are very talented.
Okay.
It makes the work like 80% more easier.
All right.
That's Frank on the drums. Boss Ben on the bass. That's the only Cedric, the guitarist. That's Master Mason.
Okay.
Felix. Yeah. So these individuals are like very, very talented on their own. Aside that, there's a lot of rehearsal
that you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bringing the talent and the rehearsal, that's the hard work together. Get this.
So is this a band you work with all the time, or you play separately? I mean, you work separately.
I'm an artist, but this is my home band, like my...
So you work with them all the time. So they know you?
Yes, they know me. Yeah, they're my guys.
Okay.
They know me, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they do some good work. Okay, so what are all of these? And you also have a mixer somewhere on the side, so the sound all goes through all of that.
These are their parts they step on.
Yeah.
So, you know, sound is diverse. So every song has their own tones. So these things help with the tone selection and controlling, you know, the sound.
All right.
The mixer also, everything passes through the mixer, and the mixer balances everything.
How long have you guys been together?
They've been together for a while. Like I joined them when we were still quite new, but I think they have been together for like 5 years, and I've been with them for 4.
So how many songs have you like rehearsed such that, I mean, you can play it just at the drop of a hat?
A lot of songs. And we even have our own songs.
200,
500. We can't count. A lot of songs.
Okay.
Yeah. So, plus, I told you you're talented, right? We have their own songs in the studio, like recorded songs coming up very soon, yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna give us one last track. Which one is it gonna be?
For the
to
day.
Close the show.
Okay, so then I think I'll do my own song.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, I'm an artist, so yeah, my new song is out there.
All right. Before you go, there's some requests coming through,
sure.
And I'll quickly like to read that. Okay, so this one from Grace Pell Soa. It says, I wish my uncle John Soa of La Apapa a happy belated birthday from your daughter, Na Jama Soa Amasamang. More strength. And to you, Jay Foley. Okay, so Jay Foley also gets a shout here. And there's another one, which I can just quickly move to that. All right, so this one is from Leonard Edem Abochi. Says, Happy Founders Day to you all and my son, and Nam Kweku Abochi, who is 16 years today. All right, so Vanilla and the Safwa band.
Nipa bad, yeah.
Safwa.
Yeah.
Okay. Safwa Nipa bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to leave you to give us one final track before we get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And to you watching out there, enjoy the day. Happy Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Day. Have as much fun as possible, but do take care. All right, so Vanilla, I'm out.
Let's take it away, Safoba. So this one is my own song, Siklite, out on all platforms. Video on YouTube. Kindly check it out. Thanks for the support. Hey, are you ready? Hey, sing. Oh no, come on, oh no, come on, oh no, come on, hey, one more time. Oh no, come on, oh no, come on, oh no, come on, break it down. Bye, mama, hey, hey, hey. And then they think calling, hey, now I'm pulling. Oh baby, lie, mama, hey. And then they think calling, make you was I'm calling. Hey, everybody. Hey, hey, machika lenebo, machika lenebo, machika lenebo, machika lene, yeah, machika lene, hey, machika, hey, machika lenebo, machika, hey, matele, 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 machika, matele, 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 matele. Ate, oh no, come on, oh no, go, oh no, come on, oh no, come on, oh no, come on, come on, sickly tele, come on, sickly tele, hey, hey, hey. Make arrangements, 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 eh, make arrangements, make arrangements, make arrangements, make arrangements, make arrangements, make arrangements, make arrangements. Yanko, machika lene, aje machika lene, eh, machika lene, ah, machika lene, ah, machika lene, say what? Matele, 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 matele. Go, nomination, ah. I'm a moke, nominate feeling. Yeah, yeah. I'm a moke, nomination. I'm a moke, nomination. Say what? Pull a feeling. Hey, make arrangements, 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 make arrangements.